Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah.
All right, well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow, and I thought I'd come on here just for a moment to try to give you an economic update and a report as to what you can expect in the upcoming future, very near future, and definitely so you can see how the environment right in front of our eyes is being changed and persuaded and manipulated behind the scenes every single day. Well, we see that the commodities, tangible assets, silver and gold, not ironclad studs, and fiat Federal Reserve currency is continually going down, but silver and gold and commodities is still going up. Now, y'all have to understand one thing about me. I'm not trying to curry favor with anybody. Those who have the ears to hear, they will hear and they understand. The Israelites, they really truly get it. They understand what I'm saying and what I'm trying to do. As far as this default thing, you might as well just go ahead and count it up. It's going to be a little while before the United States of America ever defaults upon its debts. And the reason being is because we have a printing press. And as long as we have that printing press and the dollar is still the world's reserve currency, it makes no difference if the rating goes from AAA to AA to single A to a rock bottom F. As long as it's the world reserve currency and people still trading in dollars, they're going to continue to keep printing and devaluing the currency all the way down to nothing. Now, another thing I wanted to mention to you is this, is because I know a lot of people don't understand history. And if you've been listening to me for any amount of time, I've told you once, I said it 1,000 times, that those of us who don't understand history, then we're destined to repeat the same mistakes of the past. And no doubt our country is continuing to repeat the same mistakes of the past. It's as if in the last 100 years we haven't learned anything from the Weimar Republic in Germany, nor have we learned anything whatsoever at all from Zimbabwe. You know what? I got a book on the bookshelf, and I want to show you where I get some of my thoughts, especially when I'm talking on the economic front. I meant to get this before I started the video, but excuse me for 1 second. All right, I'm back. Now, this is a book that was written somewhere along about 1776. And like I said, many times, people, instead of just worried about trying to spend money on everything and trying to fulfill the lust of the flesh, you should invest in yourselves. And that's right here in your mind. So that when you see these things taking place around us, that you'll have discernment and you can be able to tell what's getting ready to happen, as if in a prophetic realm. But here's a book right here that I purchased some time ago. It's called Adam Smith, The Wealth of Nations. If you want to understand what's going on today, it's remarkable and amazing how that these people had all kinds of understanding way back then. And I'm talking about, I believe that the original publishing of this book was in 1776. But this is how I get a lot of understanding. I read, I understand it, then I try to put the, connect the dots and put it together for those of us out here who don't do the studying and don't do the research. So, you're in trouble whenever you just assume that when you hear somebody speak about certain things, because, hey, a lot of people just not like Pastor Dow. I talk about the stuff that's comfortable as well as the stuff that is uncomfortable. At least one thing about it, I'm not a politician, and that's the truth, and that's the truth straight way. But when you see these people rioting and tearing up stuff all over across this world and stuff, they're only following the same examples of the people who are sitting behind the scenes that you never see. I mean, the people up in the stock market, they're plundering hundreds of millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars on a daily basis, but they get to do it legally, and they don't get to suffer any consequences for it whatsoever at all. But then you turn around and you get a few children over there, or kids, that's what I call them, because that's what they are. I'm old enough to be their daddy 2 to 3 times. But you'll get them over these countries rioting, and they have video cameras sold, all over the place. You're talking about Big Brother over there in London, in the UK, they got them all over the place, and then they'll turn around and sentence these people to 4 or 5 years. Well, what about all these people that are raping, that are plundering, that are devaluing the system, that are causing this economic collapse worldwide? How's it that they get a free pass? How's it that they continue to keep getting away with all this mess? Well, we've been robbed, and that's just the truth. We are being robbed, and it's sad. And it's sad that the only option that the United States of America, as well as the euro, as well as any fiat currency based system in the world today, the only option that they got is print more money. So they all basically are printing, because none of them have any options, because this debt-based system is not working. We're going to have to return to sound money. And you know, last year I got it just 2 days before the end of the year. I predicted $30 silver before the end of the year, and I made it just 2 days before the end of the year. I'm thinking about making a prediction for the end of this year. I've already let a few people to know what I was thinking about, but I'm disappointed. I really truly am disappointed in the growing disparity that I see that's taking place among the Americans today, as well as from the people who call themselves rich, and then from those that are poor. We're going to continue to keep seeing currency depreciate, and that's the truth. And it's going to continue to keep losing its value and diminishing against hard assets. So instead of saying got milk, you need to be saying, do you got any silver, got gold,